So this comb here is very representative of the history here at the hair room. My mom had a salon in the 80s, and this was actually her comb. She picked out a lot of perms in the 80s with this comb. And that kind of represents what I've created here at the hair room. When my mom had my brother, she wanted to stay home and raise us. And so my dad built a hair salon in the back of our house. So growing up, my idea and experience of a hair salon was people coming to my back door, my dad greeting them, giving them some wine and some snacks, and I'd be playing Barbies on the floor. So I wanted to recreate that atmosphere and experience when I opened a salon. I wanted the space to feel like you're just hanging out in my childhood home. And I'm also a collector of things. And so I got to put two of my passions together. And I wanted it to feel like we're back in the 80s and 90s. And I hope that it does give you that feeling when you're in here. The last decade has really taught me a lot about myself and what I can handle and what I can't handle. I've been able to grow this tiny little business into 4 different locations. I opened 4 different salon spaces. I was in 2 different states, 3 locations at once, over 30 employees, and you learn a lot about how to manage a bunch of different personality types. Creatives, one, are very interesting to manage. I learned to say yes to the right things, no to the wrong things, and count every penny, because here today, gone tomorrow. Things that have not changed in the last 10 years have been our place in the community. I wanted to create a space that was safe for both the employees and for our guests. I wanted a space that people could come in and be whoever they wanted to be and be seen, be heard. And that goes for both the staff and the guests, because if your staff's happy, your guests are happy. And that was one of the most important things to me, was having that space that equalized both those priorities, which is very hard to find in this industry. Yeah, my team has grown and changed and evolved so much over the last decade. I did not start hiring anybody until I found myself saying no to things. So like I hired my first front desk manager within like 6 months because I had to start saying no to things. And then my first stylist after that, and we just grew and grew as the demand for our salon grew. And the one thing I've loved so much is the people that have been drawn to this place really do represent what we stand for. No egos, no attitudes, just fun times and great hair. And I love that this space attracts those kind of employees and those kind of guests as well, because we are a community here and we have each other's backs, we support each other, and that's what it's all about. I moved to Jersey City and lived downtown for years, and that's where I started my first space. But I always had this desire, this yearning for the Heights, and specifically Palisade Ave. I would come down here when Michelle opened Busy Bee down the street and Mod Cup was on the other end. I was just drawn to this like center of this block right here. And I was like, this would be such a great space. And there was a point when I was downtown where we were just having tons and tons of issues with that space. And I was like, we need more space. We're growing too fast. And so I reached out to my real estate agent and I was like, let's just see what's out there. And this space was there. It was perfect. The views, can't beat it. Being across from the park, the atmosphere during the summertime, can't beat it. And what I love so much about the Heights is what drew me to downtown 10 years ago. It's such a community. You know your neighbors, you see each other, you say hello. All the businesses around here support each other. And it's just that great neighborhood vibe. There's still some diversity up here. It's a nice mixture of old school and new school Jersey City, and I hope we maintain that. This salon has given me so much. It's taken so much from me, but it's given me so much, and I cannot thank this community enough. I'm not from here. I'm from Texas. I'm a little Texas girl that moved here, didn't know anybody, and I created a career for myself, a career and opportunities for other people, and I'm so grateful for everything this city, this community, and this industry has given to me. I begrudgingly got into this industry because my mother was a hairstylist and I didn't want to do what my mother did. And I tried everything under the sun. Like every 6 months I was changing my major in college. And it wasn't until I actually came to New York for the first time and got to experience a hair show and see the performative nature. And growing up doing community theater, I love to perform and be in front of a crowd. So I was like, ooh, I can do kind of two things at once. And the beauty of the beauty industry is it's ever changing, ever evolving. And at the end of the day, you get to make someone feel better about themselves. And I'm a people pleaser. And it's like I get to have my cake and eat it too. I get to make people feel happy about themselves, be creative with my artistic skills. And yeah, I couldn't see myself doing anything else. I've tried, it doesn't work. This is where I belong. Not only has the salon evolved and changed and grown so much in the last 10 years, I have as well. I've lost so much personally, and in doing so, it took me back to Texas, and I was able to open a third location there, plant some roots back in my home state, and in doing that, I met my husband, and now my life looks a lot differently than it did 10 years ago. Now I travel for work, and I think that shows my commitment to not only this industry, but this community, is that it's a sacrifice I have to make, and it affects me personally and professionally. And maybe the growth we've experienced could continue and expand and go even in a different direction, but this is the direction I'm in right now, and I love it. It's taken its course over it's changed and evolved the way it's looked, and that's, I think, the biggest learn in owning a business was roadblocks aren't the end of the road. They're just a redirection. And you're not failing when you make mistakes. Humans make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Being accountable and showing some grace in those moments is very important. And I think giving myself grace when I do make mistakes, because I'm going to make mistakes. No, there's no book on how to run a salon business. There's no book on how to open a business in Jersey City. You kind of just have to, you know, jump off the deep end and hope you know how to swim, you know? So